Hey everybody, Asher here, back with more Starsector, where you can see this is literally where we left off last time. There is a Hegemony heavy detachment running from us. And the reason they're running from us is actually a really big fight that we had. So, see all the dead bodies? That was one fight. They left some things in reserve, and honestly, I'm looking right at this here. It looks like we have some supplies and some other things here. Hopefully I can take this on without. I did mothball a few ships that were initially kind of damaged. So I am actually going to move Bobby B down to one of these ships that's repairing. So let me make sure to do that real quick. Because I have some thoughts about what we're doing next, but some of it's going to hinge on what happens when I take this on. So let's grab, and we're going to pursue them and let our second in command handle it. Love that they still have all the terrible bonuses. We're going to send in a lot of our fresher ships. Note that we lost a few ships in our conquest of the ages. So let's send this in. What did we destroy? We got almost everything. There's an elite troop transport and a heavy frigate. Now, granted, we could take an Atlas super freighter with us and honestly turn that into... Well, we didn't get the recovery for it, so never mind, but we could be using the Reuter salvageries. But let's pick through the wreckage and see what we get. That's not as much as I was hoping for. Alright, well, we do have a pretty decent amount of supplies. I say pretty decent because when we mothballed some ships, you'll see that we do have some supplies remaining to finish repairs. We have about 1,700 remaining, and I'm looking here from where we mothballed. We're so close right now. We've learned that Coupe sticks, maybe, I don't know about Shero and Old James, but these places are going to like drip fill the tank. If we don't go after Tabitha right now, we'll have to go back here and kind of regroup. And obviously the big money that we got last time is going to be sucked up a little bit by our debt. And then we do have some other colonial issues that will hopefully resolve itself. By the way, can I just I think I actually have to go to Hantu Raya to reassign myself. So that's where I'm at right now, but I'm honestly just leaning towards going to Tabitha now. I mean, we're here. We're already out doing things. We will have some time to repair. And when we go into Tabitha, we know where our goal is. We've already explored the whole system. Our goal is to go to the functional Guardian station. And there is a nasty group of people blockading that. So we are going to have to deal with that. But I think the time to strike is now to get phase 2 of our Unlock the Janus device quest here. Because if we look at our gates, there's not a lot of good gates available. But if we do go down here, technically with a Sealy or Seal, however you pronounce it, we can escape back here. Technically, Tabitha is off the map, so that's exciting. But I think this is the time to go for it. We are 75 episodes into the series, which is crazy. We could recover an Atlas Standard Super Freighter. I don't think I want to. Not at this time. We have other fish to fry. But that's a tiny amount of supplies more. We have to discard a few metals here, but there we go. I think this is the time. We're going to go after Tabitha, and we're going to go now. So, what's our best exit strategy? Probably to go west. Alright, let's do it. So we're here. We do have a Vengeance fleet that's coming after us. It's a level 1 Vengeance fleet, so it's not of great concern. We are at 16 space speed right now. But the important thing about moving around for some of the stuff like this is that we will get some repairs in. Like, we do need some of this combat readiness. But it is going to take a fat stack of supplies to do this. It is tough to say that we're betting on ourselves here to be able to get enough salvage from fighting in Tabitha to get ourselves back. But all we really have to do is to get to, like, Coupe. And if we can get just a few supplies, then we can possibly punch out Shero or Old James. Because the alternative strategy would be to, like, go down here and start taking these over. I do want to pass these on to, like, the Reuters or something, because that would be rich from the start of the game, where The Reuter Union and Ikari were quick neighbors of the Kingdom of Terra, and they did not get along very well. But we're going to try this. This is the... We are in deep. And we do have hostile raiding forces. Those things used to be such a bigger threat, and now we are the threat. And as long as we go through here, we're going to try to be careful going through the hyperspace storms because... Oh, look, we actually got a... we got a little thingy up here. I'm kind of wondering if I should go into darkness on the way here. We're already almost repaired. Legio and Pamed. Legio, who has gotten a lot of publicity on the Starsector subreddit lately. We are going to vote yes. We did identify Legio previously as one of our big rivals here. I don't know if I can get a lot of information on their home planet at this time, because we did do the random start here. It's we don't have the same kind of huge, giant, terrible planet. We don't have any information. I think we have been here, but we'll find out. We'll find out another day. We're gonna go dark. So our supply situation is low. Our fuel situation is okay. Like I said, we just need to be able to kick back to civilization. We can deal with no supplies for a little bit, hopefully. But like I said, we are going to be trying to go for supplies. So let's get up here. There were some crazy kind of big patrols around Tabitha before. And I kind of want to see, since we're going in dark this time, if we can identify them again. Because when we get up to Tabitha here, and I feel like we're doing the great creepy creep. This is a very large star system. I do not want to go in from the fringe jump point. It does kind of suck that the space station is on the other side. I technically could maybe use a gravity well. There is one here. So we have a domain resurgent claim beacon. This is an ominous warning. This is an especially big warning. Let's try to transverse jump. Alright, so we're here. Technically, we could have used the Tabitha jump point. And look at that, monthly expenses. Here we are. Look at that crazy accretion disk around there, by the way. We did get some production. I do want to take a look at the income. It is pretty important here. We only lost some stuff here. We had a little bit of debt. We had some production as well. So we're almost making a profit. Almost. Our fleet's expensive as hell. So once we can get some of this other stuff straightened out, like they're having a food shortage. I think they're still having, and they have active ludic path cells. So that's messing with the stability a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna have to work on this some. They're having marine shortages now? Really? I literally have a variable assembler to work with that, but it's fine. Okay. We are committing to this. It's all about commitment at this point. So the question becomes, we have a functional Guardian station, we have a defense armada, we have a second defense armada. Let's see if we can... I don't exactly know how this is going to work. And that's part of the fun, is that I have no idea how this is going to work. I would love to have just one of them come after me. So here's you guys. There we go. So let's see what happens when we do this, because we do want to get to the Guardian station, but we've got to see what these guys are all about first. So EMP resistance, high weapon turn rate, low damage, low weapon recoil. So Comlink says, warning, the vessel is property of domain resurgent and responding with deadly force to tampering with any means or damaging intrusive signals. Vandalism or destruction of domain resurgent property is punishable under the Minex Establishment Act. In addition to colonial polity charges applicable with the volume of domain territory. This infraction being recorded. If you wish to make an inquiry, please notify the offices in the Manchester system. Well, there's no Manchester system anymore. All right, so this is what we got. We got scary, scary big ships. Scary, scary big ships. I think that's all we need to know. Scary, scary big ships. Let's move into engage. And kind of like before, you can see that we actually have some pretty solid footing here now. We're going to bring in a bunch of little guys. And we're going to bring in some of the big guys. And we have a lot of backups here. Like, once again, it's going to be we are going to have some issues here, but we actually have no nodes to jump on. So I guess one of my questions is, am I feeling good about what I have sitting here today? The answer is, I don't know. Let's have, let's try to have you follow you. Let's try to have you follow you. I'm going to have you guys follow this. We're going to try to stay bunched up as best we can. Because if we need to bail on this right away, remember, this is just part of the fight, and I did not actually deploy myself. Well, that's a auspicious start. In fact, I think it is important enough for me to deploy myself that we are in fact going to direct retreat with you, and we're going to bring you down here as well. Normally I'm like LOL whatever, but this is a gigantic fight. So we're retreating with you. We may not be able to get you later, but we've got a few things coming. Do we actually have to deal with home-cooked proximity mines? It looks like we do. That's also terrible. So that kind of cuts into the turtle strategy just a touch. And they're really, show me what you got, gal. Maybe, maybe not. So let's see what we got here. Right now we're sitting, we're waiting. We're not retreating yet. And we've got all their people coming in here in the meantime. I kind of want to engage their little ships now. Like, I can catch up. We just need our big things to be over here. And we're just gonna have to deal with some of what the game throws at us. So let's follow Rock Forehead as he tries his best to not get destroyed by proximity mines everywhere like that poor lobster. So here we go. These guys have no shields. You just don't want to get overwhelmed all the time. So yeah, we're gonna move you up here, and we kind of want to slide you guys over to the right. So let's see if we can keep everybody moving. Meanwhile, your engines are out. That's gonna hurt with the retreat effort. And 1982 is holding on really hard. This is where I'm a little concerned, is that Joe Steele is in danger of getting fluxed out. Like, this is the kind of surround we want to avoid. Joe, get back. Let's see if we can have you guys hit this and move our way down, because we're almost there. Alright. Okay, so there's a retreat. Let me remember to fly my own ship this time. And can we bring anybody else in? Let's bring in Snippy Snappy. All right, so here I am. How quickly I'm going to fly into some landmines? It's probably pretty quick. All right, so not the best start, but that certainly feels good. I just got to make sure I don't get overwhelmed, because now we have a bunch of shit everywhere. There's what I was worried about. All right. I don't know if we can get you out in time, but we're sure as hell going to try. For some reason, that's the only place it wants to go. So yeah, we need to back our line up pretty damn hard. All right. Yeah, this is about the opposite of what we wanted right here, so it's cool. Let's see if Project Casimir can earn some money here. Maybe not like that. Yeah, you're dead. All right, that sucks, but we're gonna bring in the next thing. I kind of want to do the Bremer, although both of these would be good. Let's move ourselves back a little bit. See, this is interesting. We have less deployment points this time. So can I just cancel all of my... Can I cancel all of my points here? Because this was... We started so well with our strategy last time, and this time my people just jumped the shark. All because I was not there to lead the charge, and you can see now I'm a little bit to the left. We know scary missiles are coming. We know this carrier needs to get the hell back. So let's move. And if we can just get them to kind of Foot Clan at us and come at us one at a time, that'd be awesome. There we go. Like I said, Project Casimir is having a little bit of problems actually breaking through. We're at 5 command points right now. I gotta let this settle a little bit. Because right now our buddies don't really have a way to disengage. But fortunately, we're not like getting obliterated by missiles either. So one thing I'm going to need the Star Eater to do is to be a little more aggressive. So let's see if we can get you out there. Get you guys over here. And get all of you all to kind of start moving. And let's get rid of this node. Let's just avoid the confusion. Because right now we are a little bit surrounded. And remember, this is just one of the patrols. We don't have all the patrols. We just have one of the patrols. So there is By Night, who's not having the best time right now. All right. So that's some work. Wow, I managed to thread the needle so hard on both of them. Okay, we are getting Reaper torpedoes on your back. That's not my favorite position for you right now. And we're getting drilled. We're actually getting rammed right here. All right, that's let's back this up. Okay, so we're picking a bad day to have a bad day. What's going on up here meanwhile? Everybody's going after Fopri and Wim. And we still haven't even gotten to the rampart up here, so that's fun. Okay, so I love how they got a bunch of missiles off while they died and that they're still firing. That's like an amazing dead fire mechanism, and I hate that I just put my back to all these people. So Fopri and Wim is holding. And I could probably use the Tyrannicus Sanctus right now. But we'll keep that in as a cleanup. I have a feeling we have more things that are going to be disappearing before too long. So let's see if we can move you guys over here. Instead of taking on their giant glut of a force, Like, we're running out of navigable map, which is fun. Can we just move all of you all over here? I just want to slide everybody. Well, no, that's gonna leave Fopri and Whim to die. We don't want that. We definitely don't want that. So if we can get you over here and bring you all up here. Like, this is bad. This is also bad, but manageable. And I gotta find where I am at again. Oh, what? Okay. Weird. Okay, did we get the shot that we wanted? We did. But we missed. Alright. So let's see. Like, part of the fun here is that we definitely have more than one fight that we're gonna have to do. So we're gonna have to, a little bit of this is gonna be figuring out how in the hell we're gonna do this. I think we're just gonna need to actually retreat you and bring in a backup, because this is a mess. We have been pushed down to the limit here. But I do think, once again, kind of working the sides may be what we have to do here. So if we get you out, because you are in trouble, and we have another giant corpse. That is a big reminder of just how much trouble we're in. I'm not sure how much you're going to be able to contribute in this fight compared to the other things that are all around us. And once again, I have to ask the immortal question of, where is my ship? And why am I... Did I just explode? Because I feel like I'm going crazy. It's like that start to one episode that I used the Ruiner soundtrack for. Alright. So, missing shots I need to be hitting, that's a start. We got big, scary pink things over here. We got Binite being incredibly aggressive. Okay, so we got a lot of missiles here. We are finally punching back on their line. And I gotta see what this is real quick. So... Alright. Alright. Sorry about that delay, but... Okay, question now is that now you're not in nearly as much danger. I think we do cancel that retreat order. Like I said, we're going to have to deal with some of this shit. We're going to take a few losses here because these are supposed to be really hard fights. And they literally come at us with a bunch of Reaper torpedoes, so... Like that one. And as long as we don't have one ship sitting out there taking all the flux damage, then we might be in better shape, but... There we go. So we started a little bit out of control. We got back into control. And now we're going to have to see if we can get back in control again. So, for all the big shit that was here before, we do have some hull damage for something, so we're not going to be putting some of these into the starting lineup. But yeah, this is Doom Patrol 1. Alright, and here's Doom Patrol 2. And then, of course, we still have the Tabitha Station, I think, that also has a fight. I don't remember if I actually made it to the Tabitha station or if I ran away before, so we have a few little buddies left. Don't know if I'm actually going to get a hit in. Please now. Okay, somebody got him. Okay, the enemy is defeated. But that took a little bit of work. Alright, so we did lose the galliard. So that could have gone worse. Obviously, we're going to recover the galliard, but we're going to have to bench it. We're going to have to mothball it for now. We could recover some of these other things, which seems like a lot of fun. Some of these ships are gargantuan and scary, and we're never going to have a chance to get them again. So if we pick one, we're going to mothball it anyway. So pick through the wreckage, the remnant desurgents. I can't talk. They didn't even have an alpha core on them. That's fun. Okay, so not enough crew to keep all ships ready. So we're gonna have to... Let's see, we do need some repairs to get this going. We're gonna have to mothball you because we're starting to have some combat readiness issues for some of our other ships. And you're already mothballed. I mean, this is a really good ship, but we do have some other anchors. If I mothball something else, like I only need to free up a little bit of crew. Let's see what happens if I do this. That doesn't change the repair bill very much, but it does change that. So, Joe Steele, you did good, but you were a reckless officer that time. Let's put you down here. So we're reassigning and we're trying to move in. But yeah, other than the big loss, it could have gone worse. So let's get closer. Okay, one of the big questions, wasn't there another thing, or was that everybody? Huh. Okay, functional Guardian Station. Pristine and untouched, this fully functional Guardian Station possesses all the combat modules and is very active, a dangerous foe to combat, but almost guarantees a major haul of salvage and loot from its untouched holes. So if we have these mothballed and we have these all here, I do want to see. So, pristine and untouched, this fully functional Guardian Station possesses all of its combat modules and is very active. So, we have automated defenses again, domain resurgence station, and then a lot of other little ships. They're fragile with weak armor. I'm going to give it a minute. No, I'm not, because we have a patrol coming. So, I was going to try to cheat out a little bit more repairing. But we're not now. We're not going to do that now. We have to engage now. Alright. And maybe this time I will remember to take my ship. So Star Eater's good. We need you. We need you. We probably need some other things. But look, we have 450 deployment now. So that's looking a lot better. We need to bring definitely you. Definitely you. You guys are good. You guys are there to crack the station. We're going to need some frigates. I'm a little concerned about the combat readiness for the Peekaboo. But we'll all wait. We can always just undeploy it if it comes down to it. The Electos, I just want to give some extra targets for other things here. So 10 more deployment points. Is there something I would rather take than some of the things I have elected to take? Like, we can definitely bring in Odd Ordeal. That's probably better. I know the prayer's sitting there, and it's looking like it's good, but we're holding back on Fopri and Whim, which is a little crazy given everything else, but let's deploy. This is a 1-star engagement, technically. But we're gonna do our usual strategy of trying not to take this thing head on, except for what I will call our Tanks will fly ahead. And then we're going to move everybody else over to the side because Lord knows they got a lot of shit coming, because now it's everything plus the space station. So avert your eyes from your lord. Okay, Tyrannicus Sanctus, getting the Ludic Church a little bit too excited in here. And once again, we got to deal with some of the prox mines. For all I know, that got our big ship just a little bit. So we'll try to get in a stable position and see where our enemies go. And we've already lost Backstreet's back again. Okay, well that's not great, but if we're gonna lose somebody, it may as well be the punching bag. Okay, so we're gonna just try to get in position. They're gonna come to us, so we gotta be patient and maybe not ram each other much. See, like, this whole stacking on top of each other is a little bit of a problem. So let's move you all over here. Let's move everybody in just a touch. I'll actually have you escort the Grim Beamer. And we'll see what kind of damage we can do. Alright, so Rocket Squirrel also having problems. And here comes the ships. They all went left. That's a little problematic. I think if we do it like this, we can bring everybody over here. Because the station's going to be a pain in the butt. And maybe we can stretch their forces with our wolf pack just a touch. Once again, the beamer, I want to make sure that it doesn't get overwhelmed. And right now it's looking like it's going to. So let's bring the Sanctus up and see what we got. We have our first sort of round of engagements here. I'm going to crash these people back down over here. Perhaps they're shit stronger than my shit if I can't have them do one at a time. So let's try having them go on you. And then we are just going to keep working our way up. Okay, so we have bad news with the spaceships. We have very aggressive officers that are going to be very excited by having targets to interact with. Give me space hugs or give me death. So that's all well and good, as long as I don't shoot the lamprey that's directly in front of me. Good start. And there's the space station, actually not engaging very much. Let's actually have you go ahead and go for the space station. No, that seems objectively incorrect. Let's have you go deeper. Have you go deeper. Yeah, as long as we're kind of taking them on a few at a time, this is fine. And then we just kind of want to take out their big support group over here. So let's let our things do the thing. Okay, I was hoping to not accidentally lightning bolt my people for not. That's exactly what I did. So let's get you all right here. Let's put you all up here. You go up there. Let's cancel this order because that thing's now trying to run away. And you haven't quite gotten into the fight yet, which is a little... It's not unsurprising because it's a onslaught. They're notoriously slow, as we talked about last episode, but oh boy, Margin Call is committing suicide, so that's too bad. We're going to bring you in because you're faster and less likely to get vaporized by a space station. I say less likely, there's still a chance. I'm really glad I hit their weapons, though. Okay, I'm going to have to peekaboo, fire, and not back up. Apparently... There we go. Okay, so now I've got to watch out for getting missiled to death. Yeah, in this series, we take on a space station, mano a mano. Which is actually not the worst move for me, because I am a human player and I know how to target key weapon systems to shut them down. And it's not the worst thing. Okay, so all their shit's dead. On that side. You guys do officially get to go over here. You guys get to clean up over here. And yeah, I think we got the station. Considering how bad things went at the start, I can't complain about how it's going now. Although that was a really high damage missile, as was that one. And I was really hoping that some of my defense systems would actually activate, but it turns out that my point defense arc emitter doesn't seem to register those as anything, but now we have a frigate that is sadly in the way. The Tyrannicus is unleashing hot fury. We have a space station that is sure trying its best. And we're going to have to kind of try to do a get in and get out movement here. Because, yeah, that's the resurgence station gone. So that mission's accomplished. We're just going to full assault now, so... Should be okay. Alright. Who do we lose? We lost the margin call again. We're going to recover that, but... Ugh, okay. We could try to get some big things here. It's a major combat drone. Seems exciting, but I'm just going to recover what we have because we're a little short on supplies. So pick through the wreckage here. That's pretty good. Once again, beta cores and stuff is a little annoying, but not too surprising. And now we're here. Cool. Okay, as your fleet finishes mopping up the automated defenses, a weak hyperwave ping is detected coming from the station. It's unclear if this is a random noise or a dying subsystem or some kind of encrypted signal. Your fleet finishes its approach to the functional Guardian station without further incidents, so... I bet we're going to get jumped after we take this on. Your salvage crews at first tentatively and then excitedly report untouched blueprints of ships from the domain Resurgent itself, along with a treasure trove of designs and experimental weapons particularly of interest as a set of schematics and blueprints that can vastly improve the quality of life on a colony. Everything from air filters that can remove toxic gases and convert them into passive energy, to seals that do not degrade under the most vigorous chemical assault, to thin radiation plating that can block just as well as 50 feet of high-end rad shields, can be easily constructed from the blueprints using trivially sourced materials. Using these designs and more, colonial exploitation can be made considerably less hazardous for the enterprise and colonists. Fantastic. I feel like there's bad news coming. Oh boy. Attention! All domain resurgent colonies, if you still exist, or even existed in the first place. Manchester has fallen. A pirate called Scarborough rounded up all the refugees, and the wise administrators didn't let in, and they nuked Exeter to dust. However, it turns out that our wise administrators were lying about Exeter being overflowing with food and the mighty forges of Devon feeding their empire. They barely had enough food to feed themselves and had wasted everything else on you guys. Whatever's left of the wise administrators is making a last stand in order to call in all their defense assets to kill Scarborough. If your automated defense stations just left for no reason, and you now know why. But if you have any sense, you will not follow them. Whoever wins there has nothing left here. Anything the domain resurgent hasn't wasted, Scarborough has burned. We survivors who are ditching our wise administrators are heading to a system southwest of Manchester. And this time we're going to succeed where the domain resurgent failed. So where's Manchester? All right, so 93 supplies. Yeah, this is all good. Some interesting weapons. Interesting that we have Dassault weapons here, but hey, it's fine. Hey. Well. That's not bad. Okay, let's take a look at what we got here. We have a VPC for ship components, a VPC for heavy machinery, a VPC for supplies. Gonna definitely have to throw in that one. A synchrotron core, which, what didn't I just get a comment about? Hey, you need a fuel production and that in there. Soil nanites, I still don't know if we can use that. Maybe we will be able to on Third Bog. That is not going to be Third Bog. Commerce, a Dealmaker Holosuite, that will help with our money situation. Domain Resurgent Blueprint Package. We have an assault cruiser, a heavy carrier. We have fighters, Centurion, Hammerhead. We have HMI modification package. Well, that's a little bit surprising. A concierge, a Manicore, a Heliquin, a Rex class battleship. So we can now build those for ourselves if we really want to make a dino army. Conrad assault autocannon, which is not a bad weapon. Things we know. A reinforced construction facility blueprint. This houses a building and maintenance operation which uses domain-era construction techniques to reinforce colonial systems and structures. These techniques help reduce the impact of hazardous conditions and day-to-day functioning of a colony. That's exciting. And then Xantech basic weapons package. So we're obviously going to not take any of this. All right. So we have enough supplies. As Steph Curry the Goat's already repaired here, we have taken out the functional guardian system. We have enough supplies to get us somewhere else. We do have some mothballed ships, so that is a little bit of a problem. We can actually, if we just do a straight line, we can get back to the core worlds, which is very good. All right. So I guess one of the questions is, do I want to play this by going west, going to friendly areas, seeing what I can get? I do kind of want to just go ahead and knock these out, but I got to be able to get the right amount of supplies. And we got to make sure we don't run out of fuel, because right now, if we do move over here, we're going to have to, we could have some issues with fuel. So maybe we loop back over here after we hit up the core worlds, where there is actually fuel available, like at the POMED, for instance, or at Legio, who we're currently at war with. Oh boy. Anyway, before we move on here, we got to learn some shit. Let's go ahead and sort this. Look at all the goodies we're carrying. Isn't it fun? Okay, so we definitely need this. Okay, we don't need this. We definitely want to use this. We're definitely going to make good use of that. We're going to learn the resurgent blueprints. We're going to learn this. We're going to learn these. Almost want to put that as the Rex classes as part of our fleet doctrine. And then maybe one of the most important thing is reinforced construction facility blueprint. Going to learn that. We still have the end-brain oscillator. And if I look right here, I don't think we can add without being there. Not that this place needs a hazard rating fix, but it is good to know that it is there. But we do have a variable assembler already making ship components. I may just change that to supplies. Anyway, we need to get out of here in a hurry before these guys decide to come after us, but obviously we got a double tap. We lost 7 machinery, rip. And we got more things, including another package, another package, another package. Another thing, another domain resurgent package. We already had 1. Now we have 2. Hey, look, a Laidlaw heavy accelerator. I have a problem. I love those. You know, while we're here, let us go ahead and look at the domain resurgence. So we have a Mora, an Eagle, a Hammerhead, and a Centurion. So it's interesting that these are the ones that we get. I'm not sure if there's luck involved in maybe getting some of the other ones, but hey, conquest mission. You know, if we're talking about taking out the hegemony, did they get Oberstein back? They did, jerks. Huh. I mean, it was pretty rough doing it the first time, but we got 230 days to figure out how we want to do this. Because I have some ideas about how to do it differently. Let's get out of here. Because we want to make sure that we're not out of supplies. And don't run into maintaining contact. I may just use a story point to get out of here. They're 1 star, though. Yeah, they're running from us. They know who we are! And I don't want to mess with them. Alright. So that's there. Let's go. Let's kind of do a hook shot to the left and down. Weirdly, we had, I swear we had some remnant hyperspace patrols before. Like, there's a few. Are we just bigger now? Are we too big? We might be too big. But I do think that going ahead and getting... What's the word I'm looking for here? Going ahead and getting the ability to use the Janus device is going to be key in clamping down things like the Hegemony, who are who I could have crushed, the Persean League, who I am in the process of crushing. Okay. Didn't I just accept a contract for that? I did. Well, I guess if you guys want to give me a contract and then do it yourselves. That's cool. Hey, that's fun. We are not going to mess with that, but that's really fun that they just have a big dust pile and are feeding on it. That's I do have the Hive mod installed, and I'm a little disappointed that it doesn't work with the random start. And you're a salvage expedition. You're not our friendly little vengeance fleet. That's coming to get vengeance and all that. It's so cute. So Delta Derwin, where are you? You're a yellow star, so... And look at you, pursuing your fleet, a remnant Ordo. Are you sure you want to be doing that right now? Once again, we can get to a civilized space here. Coupe's on the right, and we don't even need to... Oh! They are actually coming for us. Huh. Okay, well, we're gonna just bail. Like, they really wanted to try. So here we go. Our ships are actually fully repaired, so that's cool. We are not going to unmothball some of these other things, but I'm going to see if I can get enough crew. Because we are sitting on a pretty big fat stack of cash. We don't have a ton of supplies here. Their fuel prices aren't great. We will try to buy this above the board. Since they are our friends. Alright, we don't have... I could buy storage to put some stuff in here. That was something I was kind of thinking of before, but now that we've unmothballed some of these things. Arigato is going to be our next location here. And then we'll need to figure out if we can get enough fuel to get back to the core worlds. Because I still think the best move is going to be to pop down here and then go back to New Maramara. Oh, that's right. I was going to check and see. Does Manchester actually exist? So planets and stations. Because that could easily just be a story thing that's talking about old domain space and people exploring over here. But I just want to make sure I'm not missing something. Manticore, yep. Looks like that's just story flavor text from a long time ago. Manchester does not exist. If you're living in Manchester right now and watching this, congratulations. It's only a little awkward. Okay, so we're here. Com directory, we're not too concerned. Dockside bar. Unsanctioned bounty board, we still have P90X. That's still really terrifying, and you saw how badly I did against a different fight. We're going to not take that right now. And we're not going to do that. And that gives us a reason to go down here. Like, that's an easy enough fight. The problem is actually having to run around and fight everybody else in that system. So I think that's a no. Alright, so we're here. Let's just go out the outer system jump point. Let's get the sticks and evaluate where our situation was. Because the last time we went inappropriately out into space and nearly got ourselves killed. We would never make the same mistake twice, right? Also, I just got... Oh, wait, what? Raid successful for the Ludic Path. So that's good. I was going to say, I need to double check and make sure we don't have anybody coming after us, but it doesn't look like we do. Alright, so that's 2 strikes. And once we get Seal done, or the Southwest scary fight, then we... Ooh, just rocket launch that. Once we get that done, then we can start using the Janus device and really hopping around the star system. But for now, supplies are an issue. Let's get the sticks. I should have bought the black market supplies. Also, please tell me we're friends with the pirates still, or at least neutral. I have... Okay, we're still neutral. I can throw some prisoners at them. And look, monthly expenses, 14,000. That's practically making money now. Alright, no great big news there. So there's sticks. So yeah, I think the plan is going to be to go hop down. Okay, what o'clock are we at from the start here? So directly at 3 o'clock. And everything's kind of in alignment, so that's a little weird. Alright. And somebody's fighting. There's always somebody fighting here. Oh, that was me! It's like, who am I targeting? You're pursuing Ludic Church people. That's fun. Arigato! And in this comm directory, we have an officer who is aggressive with helmsmanship and damage control, yes. Dockside bar. Okay, we have a Ludic Path base. Nondescript man in a shadowy booth. There's Oba Heath. That's going to be no. What I need to do is try to find some shady people to do some shady stuff. So we have the scrapyard here. So they have a lot of supplies. That's good news. We're going to have to sell everything at a tariff rate. It's fine. We don't need these. We don't need these. We don't need these. I don't just want to sell all the weapons or LPCs right now. Although I don't mind selling some of the stuff to the pirates that I already know just to give it to them. So let's do that. Domain Resurgent Blueprint package for the pirates. Yeah. Totally. This is why we like the pirates, right? And it's already a pirate weapon anyway, so hey, somehow they don't learn all those. I guess it's because I didn't sell it on the black market. Well, I'm not rebuying it right now, so if y'all can't make good use of it, what am I to do, right? I want to buy all the things. We could try to flip that for a profit. Sumatra's not that far. But I think instead of doing trade for profit, we're just going to focus on survivability for profit. Because we're sitting on a stack of 3,000 supplies, 1 alpha core, a bunch of gamma cores. We're not going to do this. We're going to do prisoner actions. We're going to repatriate 2 prisoners to get us back into the correct side of neutral. All right, so I think we're at a pretty good point here for this one. We're here, we're in space. We can get back to the core worlds. We can actually get back to Nyx, which would be really nice because Nyx is holding on to some stuff here. I think our next move is going to be to take on this system and see if we can get the Reuters into our place here. I know Ikari was where we started this whole journey, so it could go back there and be like, instead of me working for you, how about you work for me? Kind of a nice table turnaround if they don't have the pride to ignore a good deal when they see it. So yeah, that's going to do it for this one. This is Asher. We went to Tabitha, Vidi Vici Vici, I guess. That's not how it's pronounced, but we went, we saw, we conquered, and we ran like hell. We have our other colonies that are... Okay, so you're turning a tiny profit. You're still having a bad time. You're having a better time. I'd love to see what the actual climate sculpting project, commentary capture, commodity forge. We could start building a cryo revival facility or two. We can actually budget that now. I'm just trying to see. LOL, we could try to build one of these again and see if it'll actually work this time. Yeah. I'm going to have to check off camera and see what the thing I got was and how it populates here. Because there may be just one thing. I'm pretty sure it's a structure. But this is the place that has a lot of opportunities for stuff. I'm not exactly sure what I got. And I think part of it's because I've been recording for about an hour, so it's my brain's cutting off at this point. So that'll do it for this one. This is Asher with Starsector, and yeah, what can I say at this point that hasn't already been said? There's a lot going on here. Did I never build an orbital station here? That seems like a mistake. And yet that seems like exactly what I've done. Awesome! Alright, well that's something I can fix with money that I have now. That'll do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments, and definitely join us on the Discord for further discussion of this and other things. And I think we are near trying to get to Sealy, and then once we do that, we can really start pruning some of these troublemakers. Fortunately, no one's gone after third bog, so that's nice. Yay! Thanks for watching. See you next time.